a war going on. The books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Hey, all right, and a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Thursday, July 24th. Well, we'll be here just for a short time, short and sweet today with you guys here in the chat and watching at home or on your devices, wherever you may be. Thank you for watching here on the Morning Steam Show on the Sports Money Network. We've only got 5 games to look at today in Major League Baseball. We've got 3 games to look at in the WNBA, and, well, maybe we'll find a pick in the Canadian Football League as well. What else is on your mind today in sports and sports betting? We're underway with our golf action at the 3M Open and some other tournaments around the world here, but mostly looking at the action here from the 3M Championship, the 3M Open, I guess. The name, get the name right. I think I have the name wrong in the picks that I sent out, but still, nonetheless, should be a wild tournament, right? With some names missing here, so you kind of pick and choose who you have. But the golf is underway, and you could have checked out the guys with their picks, and I had my picks as well sent out on the Winnable app there with the overnight plays with the VIP with the free subscription there. But Kevin Kisner leading here currently at 3 under. You got some other golfers at 2 under. Crowded leaderboard here right now. Nobody doing much. We're really just on the front 9 of the tournament. So yeah, you can still get in and find some action here for this weekend at the 3M Open. My top golfers included, go ahead and check them out over there at Winnable. But Mab McNeely, I think the guys are on them. Jeff was on McNeely, and Siwoo Kim as well. He was also on, and I'm on Bashia as well, Sung Jae-im, Adam Scott, Smalley, Bezuidenhout, and Putnam. Some of my favorite golfers here today. So appreciate you stopping by. Say hello to some folks in the chat. We'll take care of some business and then be rolling with some previews, try to find some winners here on a short show. Jimmy is here today. He's got a spectacular looking. He's got his the boy there in the uniform, some cool emojis, and some good salutations there. Thank you. Twisted is here today as well. Cash Kane ready to go. Twisted's got his plays here, I think. What does he say in there? Angels, A's, Cards, Tigers, O's. The show could be over right there, right? There are the picks. Good thing we're going to just kind of stretch it out a little bit. But let's see here. Astros for Cash Kane here today, maybe. Robert McCormick, good morning. Nate says, what are you going to do? We'll try to find some games here. And we know we got football around the corner here, just 1 week away from the start. I know we say it every day. Man, I'm getting tired of saying it. But 7 days away here, we'll have a football game. It'll be my Chargers in action. How about that? Against the Lions in a preseason tilt. And the Hall of Fame game. I remember the Chargers one time played a Hall of Fame game against the Packers. The final score was 0-0. How about that? All right, let's see here. Zach, good morning. Zach Hatton's here today. Andrew K, Andrew G. The Andrews are in there as well. And Terrell says he scored. Let's see. Milwaukee, Seattle got nerfies in all 3 of their games. There you go. See there with the great pitching. Man, Milwaukee, I keep telling you, they are serious, right, with that pitching. All right. just want to cover real quick and let you know that you can get more plays from me every day over at winnable.com/Ramon. Get my top plays. I'm going to give you some winners here, hopefully, on our short show, but we also have additional plays when you subscribe over at winnable.com. And you get those for just 50 cents a day, $19.95 a month, and you can use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off all premium pick packages. Hey, we're going to have a contest at the end of the show where you can win my plays. Hopefully, I'll win my plays for you. But just by commenting in the chat, you can win a subscription to the plays. Hopefully, it'll be something that works out for you and me when you subscribe over at winnable.com/Ramon for free. But someone's going to win the picks here as well. We got people commenting already, and really appreciate everybody. Appreciate the support here on the channel. This is how you support me on the Sports Money Network. Here, I know you see me on a lot of different channels, but this is my anchor show on this network here on this YouTube channel every day. So appreciate it. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. I'm going to recap the action from yesterday. I know we had some winners for sure, so let's check it out with how we did on Wednesday. Might be a better part of the show here for once because of our short schedule. Anyways, I did have a winner yesterday here on the show with the Miami Marlins on the run line against the Padres. Remember, we went against my Padres. Miami won the game 3-2. Again, Padres lost 2 of 3. And could they be shopping Dylan Cease even though they're in contention in the playoffs? They're just not satisfied with what they've given, what Cease has given them. I don't know if they're sellers, but man, why would they do that? They need this guy to just kind of perform here and do something. He pitched okay. What are you going to do? Get him some run support. We also had the under in that game as our winner on the premium picks here with the 3-2 final score. Definitely went under there yesterday in the Padres game, even though it didn't work out for San Diego. They're 4.5 back now of the Dodgers as Sandy Alcantara dominated, actually. 7 innings and 1 run. Hey, who knew? I guess we kind of knew there yesterday. Cease only had 95 pitches, went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, but he's 3-10 there. And yeah, I was telling that story about Manny Machado and how good he plays third base. He did make his 14th error of the season, so telling a story about how people were commenting on a video show him doing some drills in high school, saying this guy's going to be a terrible defensive player. And he turned out to be a 2-time Gold Glove winner. Probably would have won more if it wasn't Nolan Arenado in front of him. But nonetheless, he hasn't looked that great on some of the plays. Not hurt, I don't think, but had some issues there for sure. All right. And could the Padres also be offering relief star Robert Suarez? Why are the Padres acting like sellers here all of a sudden? Like I said, I mean, I did go on a couple channels within the last couple of days. Someone in the chat, I forget who it was one of you, the regulars here for sure, that I probably should remember who said it, but said, Ramon, do you think your Padres are for real? And I don't think they are for real this year. They're doing fine, having a real successful season. I mean, they sell out pretty much every game, but I don't think they have what it takes to win the World Series. Hey, I had Pittsburgh yesterday here on the show on the run line with Brady Falter. We did take Pittsburgh there, and hey, they got it done 6-1 comfortably there yesterday. I know Mikey had them as well as a premium pick. He also had that Padres under too, but I had Pittsburgh yesterday in that game against the Tigers is Spence Horwitz with a grand slam of the Tigers. They've lost 9 of 10, and people are talking about how they're coming back to the pack or not for real also, but at least they're way out there leading their division and should be able to hang on. We had the Mets yesterday here on the run line as a premium pick with Sean Manaea. over Burke yesterday in that one is Pete Alonso, a 3-run home run, and that one, Nimmo, also a home run. There, the Angels did fall to 4 games under 500 now, a 6-3 win for the Mets yesterday, and we had them as a premium pick on the run line. We also had Kansas City and Chicago game total over yesterday here on the show on the morning steam in that one with Lugo and Ray, but they ended up putting up 12 runs. Kansas City took advantage yesterday, actually, and got the win with uh, Vinny P hitting a couple of 2-run home runs. So, hey, I think he sat out the previous game and then came up with a big game there. Hey, we had the Rockies. We had the Rockies yesterday on the run line over Colorado. Didn't need it. I mean, they smashed them 6-0. For the Rockies, it was their first shutout in over 220 games, I believe is what they said there. So nice job by Gordon and the Rockies getting that 6-0 win. We also had a premium pick in that game on the under, and the Rockies won their second in a row over the Cardinals there yesterday. We had Houston on the show with Walter, the left-hander, with the win yesterday. Christian Walker had the RBI single, the only run in the decisive run in the game, and a 4-3 victory there as Houston improved to 60-42. They're the team that's starting to get away all of a sudden. Also, we had Minnesota on the run line over the Dodgers. Yeah, we had them. They won 4-3. They lost 4-3, but they got the win there. Of course, it was the Dodgers that won on a walk-off, right? An incredible rally there in the third inning. Shohei Ohtani became the first player in history. I'm trying to describe what Ohtani, the first player to get walked intentionally as the oh boy, help me out in the chat. What was it? First player to get walked intentionally with nobody on base and coming around came around to score the winning run. Is that right? Oh, I better look it up. But anyway, it was something that no one has ever done before, believe it or not. Freddie Freeman had the big hit there in that one. It was Kirby Yates walking basically 3 batters in a row, and then Freddie Freeman had the 2-run single. It almost was caught, but ended up winning it there. Royce Lewis hit a home run for the Twins, but Tyler Glasnow, another strong outing, 7 innings, 12 strikeouts. Ohtani also homered for the 5th straight game, and he became the first Dodger to ever homer in 5 straight games. He did something twice there a little bit. So Dodgers there got the win and much needed there, the way they've been going with that bullpen, man. And now Max Muncy may be getting back to getting close here, and also Blake Snell nearing a return. So, like I said, Dodgers get their pitchers back a little bit. All right. And let's see here. Got just a couple of more. Pardon me, from yesterday. It was Cleveland. Yesterday, we had them as a premium pick winner over Baltimore, and they were able to get the win there in the afternoon action. I know we had mostly a day card. Cleveland wins at 3-2 with Slade Ciccone getting the win. It did go under there with Eflin and Ciccone, and we did have the under here on the Morning Steam show yesterday in that 3-2 win. Also had Toronto on the run line in that game against the Yankees. They crushed the Yankees 8-4. Max Fried was having some problems there in that game as Toronto wins again and beats them up. Bo Bichette, 2-run home run in that one. And the Jays are now 4 games ahead of the Yankees. We had the White Sox here yesterday on the run line in that game over Tampa Bay, and they won 11-9, and then Tampa Bay sent down Taj Bradley to the minors after that game as he continued to struggle. So White Sox get the win there and scored 5 runs in a row late to take that 10-7 lead, went on to the 11-9 win there yesterday. We did have a premium pick. We swept our afternoon premium picks on the winnable there and said it was the over with the White Sox and Tampa Bay, and then we had the under as premium pick in the Rangers and the A's game. So went 2-0 there with those. Final score 2-1. Texas with the win. Corey Seager hit that home run, and we did have Texas here on the show. So I think we bounced back nicely yesterday after the definitely had my rough day on a Tuesday, but came back strong on Wednesday. In fact, we also hit the WNBA pretty solidly there yesterday, right? We said on the morning steam show, why not go with Atlanta? I already liked them. I already was hinting that I liked them at plus 2.5 on the WNBA 2-3 zone show with the guys. Why wouldn't I like him at +8? Atlanta won the game easily there yesterday, 90-79, as Phoenix didn't look all that good at all, missing a player or two, and it also went well over, and that's what we had as our pick on the 2-3 zone. So check out the 2-3 zone today on the YouTube channel, Tony's YouTube channel, Tony's Picks YouTube channel, 2-3 Zone Show, previewing all 3 WNBA games today. We'll preview them here right now, but do have them available there if you got to run and check out the plays later on. So, all right, we also had last night Major League Soccer All-Star game. And I got that one wrong. I was on the happy hour show on Tony's Picks channel at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific, and I said, why don't you go ahead and take the Liga MX All-Stars? They've won. The Major League Soccer All-Star game has only been won by the Major League Soccer All-Stars one time in the last 2 games. Why not take Liga MX? But MLS team was much the best in that game. Liga MX team looked slow in a 3-1 win yesterday for the All-Stars there. Major League Soccer All-Stars with the win. All right. And what else did we do? I know another one that we had was overnight action in the AFL. Man, we're sorry we just missed that with Hawthorne Hawks minus 26.5 against the Carlton Blues. They were only won by 24. So we got caught on that one there a little bit overnight. So we didn't win them all. I know that. All right, let's get into the action here right now, shall we? Let me see what else we got going in the chat. Say hello. Get going with the show. All right. Trevor Davis, hello. Flea Mathis, hello. Unfriendly M here is feeling. Unfriendly M is feeling cheerful and nice here today, I think. Unfriendly M is very nice and friendly. Good morning to Cash Kane. Here's Harrison the Hustler with us. Tony Cobbs as well. And Terrell says, I don't mind when the small slates are here. Cash Kane says that maybe they're trickier. It's tricky. It's tricky to rock a rhyme. That's right on time. It's tricky. We did have the other game there last night with the over with Melbourne and Sydney. A pretty easy over there as our premium pick, over 46.5. Hey, the guys might have left us hanging this season with that NRL video. It was a great video, but they just didn't want to finish the season up. I got the premium pick winners for you right here. You don't worry about that. I got you covered in the NRL. Make sure you're subscribing over at winnable.com. Pretty hot right now in the NRL. All right. Few more. Hello, Trap God. Great to have a legend here in the chat. And Dougie Wise says he likes the Orioles today in this one. Let's get into the action here, shall we? We got enough winners from yesterday. And NYC Bar likes the short card. Trap God says, how about taking ADM today and then Calgary money line. There you go with Calgary today, favored by 7 against Montreal. Fernando says you got Spain. Don't forget they won their game yesterday, 1-0 to advance to play England. Should be a great final between Spain and England. Spain won in extra time with the goal. It was 0-0 in regulation. Nasty Nate says the Red Sox, they smashed the over. let's go to the action, shall we? And start it off. We've got the Orioles here taking on the Guardians. And Morton going here in this one. He's up against Logan Allen here with Cleveland favored $1.25. $1.20. Well, I'm going to call it $1.25 here. Even though we just saw in the chat, who was it? Make sure I get it right. NYC Bar likes Cleveland, but we did see someone on Baltimore. Who was it again? There, Dougie Wise likes the Orioles here, but NYC Bar in Cleveland, anyways. You guys are ready to go here, and I'll talk about it as well with Morton going here. I know that, look, Morton has done an admirable job for sure here. We find it easy to make fun of an older person. What are we doing here? Why are we making fun of the old people here? But nonetheless, you do have Morton here, who's definitely put up some good performance, some decent performances. Let's try to be fair here. He's got a 5.5 ERA, 1.55 WHIP, 276 batting average against that, 335 BABIP. What's so special about Morton here with his AARP card? For Logan Allen, the left-hander, he's 6-8 with a 4.06 ERA, 1.38 WHIP, 258 batting average against, 293 BABIP coming into this one. So see what you have here, wrapping up the series there. There's Jimmy, that's his grandson in the photo. That's so cool. I mean, love that uniform. I mean, I commented on it yesterday, and I said, it kind of, you got that 28 on there, kind of real good color uniforms there, kind of purplish blue. I think it's Mikey Money's favorite color right there on those jerseys. All right, for the Orioles here, they've lost 7 of their last 8 games coming in right now, and also lost 5 of their last 6 on the road. They've lost 5 of the last 7 games here playing the Guardians. Guardians come in having won 7 of their last 8. They're treating the Baltimore Orioles here like they're contenders in this one, right? And maybe it's the Orioles that are still in contention. We know Cleveland's still right now at 9 games, 8.5. What is it? 8.5, 9. I'm going to look at it here real quick. Currently, Cleveland 8.5 back. Yeah, 8.5 back. Of course, they're behind Detroit. Meanwhile, Baltimore, they're only 14.5 games out of first place. They're 44-56. At least Cleveland is over 500 here and only $1.25. Well, it is getaway day. Maybe there's some personnel issues here coming in. I haven't seen necessarily who's in and who's out today, but let's see what you got here in this one. Looks like a pretty cheap price, but I may end up here on the total, but let me see what you got in the chat. You got Baltimore has gone over in 6 of their last 7 games here on the road against Cleveland when playing Cleveland, although they've gone under in 17 of their last 25 on the road. For Cleveland here, they've gone over in 6 of their last 7 games overall at home and overall. Also, 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Robert is on the Guardians here in this one. And not much, though, from you guys here, but I'll go ahead and make my call on this one. Look at this total. Is it really at 9 here and not 8? 9 under 20 for the most part. It feels like right now. Let me update that. There we go. I'll call it 9 under 20. Why not? I kind of want to go over here. Let's see what you guys have in the chat. Any more picks for me in this one with Cleveland and Baltimore today? Because I'm going over here with Baltimore and Cleveland on getaway day. That'll be my pick. Okay. Thank you, team. Here we go. It's hot in Cleveland. How about the Baltimore team total over there? Next up, the Blue Jays are taking on the Tigers. Boy, tough for the Blue Jays, man. I mean, we know the Tigers are struggling, but you go from the big Yankees series, and now you got to go on the road and play you play a first place team. Well, Detroit, they're still in first, no matter how you look at it. But we'll take a look at it with Lauer starting here for the Blue Jays, 2.80 ERA, 0.96 whip, 196 batting average against, and a 242 BABIP. Lauer hasn't been a starter in every game, but I think you can consider him a starter. He's not an opener or anything. He's 5-2 with a 7-2 record for Toronto with Lauer starting. They're 3-6. 3-6 to the under with Lauer in there. Up here against Reese Olson. Olson has a 2.71 ERA and 1.19 whip in 12 starts, a 4-3 record for Olson. This one's at 6:40 Eastern, 3:40 Pacific. Olson a 225 batting average against, but 293 BABIP, but not great, but still done a pretty nice job here. Has Olson, so this one seems like a pretty reasonable pitchers matchup here, but the widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. In fact, it's a pretty heavily juiced here, 8.5 over here in this one. But let's see what you guys like here with Toronto and Detroit. Still a pretty hot game, it feels like today, right? Because of the importance of the game here currently, with Toronto leading currently the Yankees by 4 games. Let me make sure I get this right. I think I said 4. Yeah, 4 games here right now. 60-42 record. The Yankees 56-46 right now. So let's see what you guys have here with Lauer, the left-hander, going up against Olson. Toronto's won 5 of their last 6 games, although they have lost 7 of the last 9 games overall against the Tigers. Toronto's lost 4 of their last 6 here in Detroit. 10 of the last 14 meetings between the two teams here in Detroit have gone under. Toronto's gone under in 4 of their last 5 overall. Detroit's gone under in 5 of their last 6. Of course, they have lost 9 of their last 10 games, as we said. And Detroit also has gone over in 4 of their last 5 at home, despite going under in 5 of their last 6 overall. So let's hear it from you in the chat with Toronto and Detroit here today. Let's see how you'll play this one. Here we go. It's going to be Terrell talking about Mullins there. He got hit, didn't he, the other day? But he's overdue for a homer. Harrison likes the Blue Jays. He likes the Aces on the money line tonight. Hello to Laker Boy. Nice to see Laker Boy today in the chat. Tigers Cash Kane there says he'll take him. Andrew G says they're playing awful. They are struggling, man, for sure, right? NYC Bar, Blue Jays money line. Trap Gods on the Blue Jays here as well. And SF Niner had the Major League Soccer All-Stars last night. Nathan likes the Guardians on the run line in that game against Cleveland on the run line. How about that? Jimmy says Blue Jays money line here. And Nate Cerna says Blue Jays first to score. All right. And we got Jimmy Lambeau in here. How about it? Great to have Jimmy Lambeau in the chat. Logan Allen's outs prop to go over. I think that's what Fernando's saying there. Allen over. I think that means outs over. Cash Kane says it's got to be a little bit rough for the Jays, even playing and look, Detroit's not a far trip for Toronto. We know that. But still had to play at home and then go on the road. And here's Fernando on the over here. And Robert says Tigers first 5 in that one. All right, I better make my call here in this one with Detroit taking on Toronto, and hey, until they fix it right now, I'm not sure I can do anything with the Tigers here at this point against this red hot team right now. And hey, all it takes is one to turn around and make you forget things. Here's the thing. Detroit is one of the best teams against left-handed starters this year. They're 19-9 against lefty starters this season. That's pretty good, even if you are considering that, um, you know, the Tigers are in this big-time slump here. So I'll still take Toronto in this one to win the game. I mean, they're just too hot right now, and Detroit is not. Now, maybe this is a discounted price enough where you want to consider taking Detroit here, but I just can't do it right now the way things are going. I'm going to have to try Toronto here, even despite that. Look, that has me, definitely considering maybe the Tigers would snap out of it, out of the funk, if you will. But just got to take it one more time here with the Blue Jays. All right, SF Niner likes the Aces and the Valkyries. Nathan says, or maybe it's a revenge there. SF Niner likes Springer. Hit a homer. Man, Springer was booking around the bases there yesterday, wasn't he? And SF Niner says, there's a bluebird on my shoulder. No, I would say don't kill the bluebird, but did anybody see the tennis match where Sakari had the little moth on her finger, and she went over and she was gently placing it on the ground so it wouldn't die, get killed or anything. And she put the moth on the ground during the tennis match, and then the ball boy ran over and stepped on it to make sure it was dead. And then everybody said, "Oh my God, ball boy." We've seen it before, right? The ball boy kills the insect after the player. We've actually seen that before. The player treats the insect with kindness. Ball boy comes over, smashes it with the shoe. Now, here's the problem. In DC, those moths are actually considered invasive species. They're like bad for the environment or whatever. I guess you're not supposed to kill anybody. You're not supposed to kill any bugs, even if they're little cute moths, or moths aren't cute, but the player didn't want to kill the moth, but actually the science that's an invasive species that are detrimental to the environment in Washington, D.C. You're supposed to kill those moths, apparently. All right. Terrell says Milwaukee, Toronto, and Miami have been the hot teams here of late. Next one up is the Padres taking on the Cardinals in this one. And you got the Cardinals favored here. Well, with Sonny Gray, I mean, I get it. In fact, they're up to like $1.50 here at some spots. Maybe I'll just call it $1.40. And there's no doubt, I think Sonny Gray does pitch pretty well against the Padres in his career. I think that's something to consider. I keep saying about the Padres, right? It seems like every pitcher pitches well. Every decent pitcher, good pitchers, I don't know. But Sonny Gray, not only over the years, right? I mean, looking back, I guess it's not as many starts as I thought. In fact, last year he pitched 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. And before that, it was 2 years before that he had another solid game. But he's been around for so many years. Anyway, did have a good start against them last season. Yu Darvish faced St. Louis last season and got a loss in a 5-2 victory, a 5-2 loss there to the Cardinals. Let's see what you guys think in this one with Padres on the road here. Get a little plus money, and the Cardinals hey, they're playing fine. Like I said, Padres, they're not going to get it done here. Darvish, 4th start, 0-2 record, 6.08 ERA, 1.5 whip, 260 batting average against. He's kind of working into form here, maybe, hopefully. For Sonny Gray, he's 9-4. The 4.04 ERA, 1.15 whip, 255 batting average against a 331 bat, but that's a 4.04 ERA. Sonny Gray's not going out here with a 2.5 ERA like everybody wants to talk him up. But the Cardinals are 15-5 with Sonny Gray on the mound. That certainly has to be respected, especially considering the Cardinals, in their overall record, right, at 52 and 51. Padres come in 55 and 47. Padres have uh, come in here having lost 11 of their last 14 games at St. Louis. Cardinals have lost 5 of their last 6 coming into this one. Cardinals have gone over in 4 of their last 5. Padres have gone under in 4 of their last 5. So, Padres, St. Louis, always kind of a tricky spot for these guys, but still, you have the Cardinals favorite here. What do you guys think in the chat? In this one, let's go to it and see what you guys have here with the Cardinals and my Padres today. And here we go in the chat with a Padres run line, says NYC Bar. Tony says Padres here. And Cash King says take the Tigers and the Cardinals today. Abel A is here today, and he says take the Cardinals here. All right. Well, I do like the Cardinals as well. I don't know if I like them at $1.40. I don't know if I like them at $1.50. I do like them statistically to win this game. That's what makes it a little bit tougher, being a kind of a market handicapper. Usually the price here might tell me, take the Padres here. If I'm going to take the Cardinals, I better update this. I'm going to put $1.50 down here. $1.50, man, that does not seem great, but that's where we're at. DraftKings $1.49, Bovada $1.47. Maybe I can call it $1.45, but man, that is a high price to pay. That seems tough. All right, Tony likes the over. Here's a nuke. He says, everyone like this video. Subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Robert says Padres first 5 on the plus a half a run there. All right. Boy, this goes against my principles here a little bit, but I'm going to take the Cardinals in this one. All right. Give me just a moment here, fam. Boy, only if we had a commercial to play there. Okay. Hey, Fernando. He went with the first 5 under. Next up, the Athletics are taking on the Astros here with Severino on the road. He's taking on, Jason Alexander, believe it or not. Now, Alexander's not a, rookie out here, not a first-time pitcher out here this season. He's had 6 appearances so far, but an 8.4 ERA, 270 batting average against. Just 1 start for Jason Alexander of the Astros. So, look, this would have been McCullers' spot. The Astros definitely have some issues right now with their starting pitching over the next couple of days, but they're taking on the Athletics here, and Severino. Severino's 3-11 with a 5.1 ERA. But man, someone mentioned, who was it that said in the chat, what are the Athletics doing here? Well, they're not quite favored, but still, you got the Astros here right now, 60-42, and the Athletics are 42-62. Complete opposite, right? You got one team 18 games over 500, the other game 20 games under 500. But the Astros are only $1.20 here. Like, the A's are supposed to come in and play a great game and be competitive. Look, I mean, hey, the A's, give them credit. I don't give them credit, but the Astros are playing extremely well here right now and kind of pulling away in the division standings, right? I mean, Seattle's now 6 back, Texas 7.5 back. The Astros have been hot. But I think the thing is they have some pitching woes here. They're going to be in the bullpen game today for sure here with this starting situation. So maybe that's it. At least the A's have an established, if you can call him that. I mean, Severino, he's a definitely an established starter, veteran in the league, highly paid at least by the Athletics, considering their, cheap payroll. But it is a funny line to me, right? It sounds funny. But let's see what you guys have here in this one with the A's. Is this the game? And the A's, they're still an underdog. For the A's, they come in here right now having lost 6 of their last 7 on the road, 5 of their last 6 overall. They've gone over in 5 of their last 6 games. They've also gone over in 6 of their last 7 on the road. They've gone just 2-5 in the last 5 games against Houston. They've gone just 2-8 in their last 10 games at Houston. For the Astros here, well, they're 4-1 in their last 5 games, although they have lost 5 of their last 6 games at home. Still, they fare pretty well against this Houston team, but 10 of the last 15 games between these two teams have gone under when playing here in Houston. So let's see what you guys have here with this one, Athletics and Houston today. I would think it'd be a unanimous. We used to have a thing called consensus parlay, right? And maybe that's where we'd be at with Houston today, it feels like. Here we go in the chat. Astros run line for NYC Bar. Here's Astros money line for Tony Cobbs. Trap God says it's a fishy line. So, right, that means everything. Andrew says you got Severino here. Not only is he 3-11, but the Astros are just 2-11 in his last 13 starts. Robert, though, likes the A's, first 5 on the money line here. Again, you're going up against a, pitcher here, an opener, let's face it. Maybe he can go an inning or two, a couple of innings. Here's Jimmy likes the Astros here. Andrew says Severino's on the trade block. If someone will take him, I'm sure the A's would look to deal and get some players in return. How about SF Niner? He likes Kurt Schillies to hit a home run in this one. So maybe the Astros, maybe the Athletics can do something here against the Astros. I'm going with the over in this one. Right now, I think the total is higher than what I have it listed there. Well, since I'm going over, let me at least update it. I'll put 9 under 20. It's definitely at least 8.5, heavily juiced to the over. And I'm going over in this one between the Athletics and Houston today. Give me the over. All right. One more game on the slate here. It's between Seattle and the Angels. Of this one, you've got Evans going here for the Mariners, Kikuchi for the Angels. And, well, I know everyone makes fun of me because I keep betting on Kikuchi, but, well, he's gotten it done a few times here and there for sure. He's 4-6, a 3.13 ERA, 1.38 WHIP, 247 batting average against, 309 BABIP. I think these are okay numbers here for Kikuchi and for Evans. Of the Mariners, he's got a 3-3 record, but a 3.81 ERA, 1.41 WHIP. These two pitchers are a combined 22-8 to the over. Now, you don't see that too much this season, but sure enough, these two pitchers tend to go over for sure. So let's take a look at how these teams are doing right now and where we stand with Seattle. They've won 6 of their last 9 games overall. They are just 4-10 in their last 14 games against the Angels. In fact, they're just 1-4 in their last 5 on the road against the Angels. For the Angels here, they've still lost 4 of their last 5 as well, but they do have the advantage, it feels like, in this series. Now, the Angels have gone over in 10 of their last 13 games overall and 9 of their last 10 games at home. Seattle's gone over in 9 of their last 12 games overall. So, Mariners have gone over in 5 straight on the road. here. So, hey, maybe this is going to be an over, even with my man Kikuchi in there and that low ERA. We know the Angels have a bottom five bullpen for sure. But let's hear it from you in the chat and see, could we possibly find an under here? I don't know if we can. But let's go to the chat. And this is it for baseball. Oh my gosh. Unfriendly M says Severino's going to be serving it up to the Astros. Cash Kane says take the Angels on the money line. SF Niner likes Caratini to hit a home run. And NYC Bar says, what's your last pick? What was your last? It was the over in the Angels, or over in the Athletics and Houston game. But I'm going to go over in this game too with Seattle and the Angels. Give me the over tonight. Man, I got all overs here so far. 3 overs out of the 5 games. Ugh. All right, maybe we should play the Grand Salami tonight. Robert says Angels first 5 here, run line. NYC Bar likes the Mariners tonight. I think that's it for the baseball, you guys. Our 5 games, that's going to do it. Let's get to some W. Let's get to some WNBA tonight and see what you got here. 3 games on tap in the W. Like I said, you can go check out the show between before the games come, the WNBA 2-3 zone show on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I'm joined by Ron and Justin there previewing the games here tonight. Let's get into it. First off, we've got the Sparks taking on the Sun. Sparks here on the road are a 6-point favorite. Total 169.5. Ooh, okay. I'm feeling it. Look, I don't need to send you to the show. I'm getting a little bonus here. I'm going to double down a little bit here. I already went under in this game on that show, but man, now at 169 here, or even one, it's definitely 169.5 for the most part. Maybe 169. I'll put 169. I already went under on that show. I'm just going to go with the under again as my play here in this one between LA and Connecticut. Here, I don't know if the stats necessarily back it up. I think for me, it's more what I would consider is going to happen here with LA on the road against Connecticut today. Because I think if you look at the numbers overall with the stats of these two teams, I think it might point to maybe neutral as far as the teams going. In fact, I think LA has been mostly an over. Let me take a look here. LA is 7-3-1 to the over as a favorite, and they are favorite here, obviously, against Connecticut. LA has won 3 straight. Connecticut's lost 3 straight. LA is 8-4 against the spread on the road, but 4-7 against the spread as a favorite. That makes it a little bit tough, especially for LA that, to be a road favorite. They're only 9-14. Now, Connecticut is 3-19, but big news here. It looks like Marina Mabrey will be returning to the lineup. Now, we're expecting Cam Brink any day now to return to the lineup for the Sparks, but I don't think it's going to be tonight, even though they keep saying by late July, and maybe tonight was going to be the night, but still doesn't look like it. But Mabrey back in there for the Sun, that's a big deal. So maybe that's why the line's gone up here a little bit as well. Connecticut is 6-4 to the over at home. I'm going to take the under here, though. This increased price at 169 today. So give me the under with LA and Connecticut. All right, let's take a look here. Some in the chat. Okay, Fernando's talking about the Brewers. I think he's talking about that Seattle game a little bit. Tony says Sparks against the Sun. Sparks been playing well. On the road. They have done a nice job. You're right. Yeah, just 'cause, it does say win 6 of their 12. Of course, that's 6-6. But hey, when you're 9-14, that's pretty good, right? And I like teams that win on the road. I think that shows something. If you're losing at home, they probably got to work on it a little bit. All right, Jerry says going to fade it here and lay the points with the Sparks. Well, I'm not proclaiming. I haven't given out my pick yet, Jerry, on the game, but or well the total. I'm going with the under. So if you're fading me, you're on the over there. I know you're not fading me specifically. That's your play, Jerry. Always appreciate you. Sparks here for NYC Bar. Tony says take Plum over in her threes in this one. Plum's been hot, hitting those threes in 5 straight and shooting 51.6%. SF Niner likes the Sparks. Well, we just saw that. Oh no, that was NYC Bar. I got confused with all the orange letters. All right, Sparks for SF Niner as well. So, okay. Guess that's it for you guys on that one. Oh, maybe Jerry was saying, because I think on the show the guys were talking about the sun there a little bit. I think that's what Jerry also saying. He might have watched the show there, and I think um, Justin was talking about. I thought he was on Tina Charles, but he also mentioned leaning to L.A. there a little bit. I mean, Connecticut there a little bit. Connecticut for sure, and maybe that's what he meant. And look, I think it's big that Mabry is coming back. So, okay, next up, the Aces are on the road, and they're favored here against the Fever by 2 in this one right now, 163 here in this one. Wow. Okay, if you think about it, right? I mean, look, the Aces hasn't been great as far as on the road here. They're 7-10 against the spread as a favorite this season, and yeah, they've had some issues, but they've won 3 straight. All of a sudden, Indiana's lost 2 straight. We do have, no doubt, Caitlin Clark not playing. We totally know that here. So I kind of want to play the Aces as well, and I'm going to do it. I know the guys were kind of on them there as well. Ron was on them when we talked about it, I believe, on the show, on the money line. I think Ron liked them on the money line on that show. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Aces here on the road and lay 2.5, whatever it is. I'm taking the Aces here against the Fever today. Like I said, they have won 3 straight right now coming into this one. I think they're I think they're finally getting it going. Is what it feels like. Is what I want to say right now. It feels like the Aces are starting to get a move on here a little bit with this winning streak, and maybe they'll be able now to shake loose a little bit here. So I'll roll with the Aces. Make sure I get your guys' plays here on this one in the chat. All right, here we go. All right, Valkyrie's first half here for SF9. That's going to be tomorrow, though. That game is Friday. All right. Jerry says, yeah, they were talking about the sun on the show there. Here's Tony says, go over in this one with the Aces and the Fever, with Clark still out. The Fever been playing higher scoring games here of late. Been going over maybe without Clark, right? I think that's what she's saying there. You got an Aces team right now, totals wise. I mean, we know the Aces are kind of a big time under. They're 4-8 to the under on the road, but Indiana, as mentioned, they're going over here of late. They are slightly over at home and as dogs as well. So I'm going to go with the Aces here to win and cover on the road. All right. SF Niner maybe going with the Aces here, and here's NYC Bar on the over, and there's Sports Money in the chat. Hello to Sports Money. Hey everyone, like this video, subscribe to our channel Sports Money here on YouTube. Smash the like button like I'm going to do right now. This is why I have it. So when the boss comes in here and says hit the like button, I do so. And let's also, while we have a moment, go over our top chatters. It's NYC Bar number 1, SF Niner number 2, Andrew G3, Trap God 4, Andrew K5, Cash Kane 6, Robert McCormick 7th, Nate Cerna 8, Tony Cobbs 9th, and Harrison the Hustler there as well. Thank you to our chat members today. All right. SM9 says it's hard to go over on WNBA games because you could be going over for 3 quarters and then they score like 13 to 12 in the fourth quarter and it goes under. Kind of made that up, but that's what happens. It feels like, right? All right, let's see. Tony says go Asia Wilson over points prop against the Fever. She scored 24 and 29 in the previous 2 matchups, and Justin was saying to do the same thing. But go watch it on the show. Abel's got the West Up parlay. He's got the Sparks and the Aces here. Take those LA and Vegas connection teams. There, SF Niner said, I don't think he got helped out by Wilson. All right, one more here tonight. Let's look at it with the Storm taking on the Sky. Here in this one, the Storm are favored by 9.5, and the total 157. Okay, let's take a look at this one with the Storm. Here coming in, they're just 6 and 11 against the spread as favorites. And how, holy mackerel, 9.5? What is going on in this one with this game here at 9.5? Pardon me, gang. Seattle comes in 6 and 11 against the spread as a favorite, but 7 and 4 against the spread on the road. Now, here's the reason why the Storm are now 9-point favorites. Reese has found her way back to the injured list with a back problem. Now, she doesn't miss very many games, but Ariel Atkins is out still here. Chicago's missing some other players as well, but I mean, 9.5. Like with the Seattle team playing so inconsistent here, you do want Reese obviously in the game if you're going to take him. Take Chicago here, but oh man, I feels like she should make this lineup. Quite frankly, but Skylar Diggins-Smith will be back in after missing a game. Maybe that, the odds makers are considering it, that she's back in the lineup, even though she just missed one game on a late scratch the other night. So, come on. You really can't really take lay 9.5 with this inconsistent Seattle team, can you? They are under in 10 of 17 games as a favorite this season. Connecticut here, 6 and 4 to the over. The Sky. The Sky. 6 and 4 to the over at home, 13 and 8 to the over as an underdog. But I don't know if that's the way this game is going to be played actually here tonight. So I'm going to go with the under here in this one at 157. On the show, I already went under 160, but I know it's gone down here a little bit. I'll still go under here as my play, but I'm just going to wait to see on the side with that personnel issue. And I'm going to try to speculate and see what we think about that injury here with Reese. Let's see what you guys have to say. Tony says, you got Seattle here favored by 9. The Storm are way better than the Sky with that good record here, 14 and 10 against 7 and 16. But also, without Reese in there, without Atkins there, I really feel like Reese will play in this game. She doesn't miss very many games. I mean, the one thing about Reese for any kind of, if you want to say, the criticisms or what is, she's a tough player. She plays she has played in games where she has been on that injured list. She usually makes her way up into the starting lineup, finds a way to play. So, all right, we'll see what happens tonight. I'm kind of waiting a little bit on that. All right, Sky first half for Jerry here. Unfriendly M says, what about you, Gabby Williams? Just really, yes, no doubt. Gabby Williams playing uh, really strong ball, no doubt about it, balling. Yeah, and Cash Game says, I think Reese is out because of that spread, the jump on the spread. Reese did miss the game against Atlanta. Remember, they only scored 49 points there, and that was a big, factor. And Reese has tailed off from that incredible streak of 6 games that she was really tearing it up, but she's still getting these double doubles. In fact, last game, 11 points, 11 rebounds, got it done. So it's funny that she'd be, out and questionable here after just playing the last game, but it does feel like that the spread would indicate she's missing the game. I just feel like, man, she never misses games really, but she just missed one 2 games ago. All right. Here we go. Jerry says on the money line. I don't know what game that is. SF Niner, Gabby hit her PRA today, I think, there. Cash Kane going with the favorites in this one. And under in the final game there, it looks like. And Andrew K says Reese does work very well. Trap God. And the one thing she does, and also she's one of the best free throw shooters too, as well. SF9, we're coming up with the CFL in just a moment. I don't know if I like the game too much, but I'm going to try to give a play on it here. And Cash King says, no need to kind of force Reese through. They're not going anywhere, right? But she is on some great streaks, statistical streaks for sure. So Cardoso on the boards, don't forget. Mikey Money says. And, is it a suspension? Oh, I see. Okay, Mikey, thank you. Maybe she's out of this game due to a suspension. Oh, boy. Well, that would easily determine that. I didn't see that. So, okay, thank you, Mike. That would be big time. It's funny. I just haven't seen it like as the official official designation. I think the injury report says back injury. So, okay. All right. Well, let's just leave it at that right now. I'll just take the under again in that game. Okay. I think that's it. Let's look at the football game here. Oh, AOD is here. AOD made it. Thank you, AOD, here. And I think that might be it from the chat. Let's go to our CFL game today with the Alouettes taking on the Stamps. In this one, you've got Stampeders here on a roll right now and looking strong. But, man, it does seem like asking a lot here to cover a number there a little bit, as hot as they've been. But, hey, they're favored by 7 here in this one. Look, Montreal's still 4-2 here right now. And, look, Calgary's been very impressive. Vernon Adams is looking great right now. Man, he's really tearing it up. Another strong game last time out, 3 touchdowns, 267 yards. Adams looked really strong, but hey, Montreal 4-2 record. I know it's going to be tough for. I think Bethel Thompson will be back. Will be in this game. So look, we still got Erlington Thomas back there as well. So I'm going to have to take Montreal here plus the points as my play. I'll take them here in this one. Look, you're still going to have probably Mack can probably get some yards. He had a pretty good game last time out with the 3 receptions. So I'm going to take Montreal here. I know Calgary, man. They're on fire here all of a sudden, and everyone's talking about Calgary, and that defense has been so impressive. But I'm going to take the points here, plus 7 with Montreal. All right. Yeah, Jerry says that Alexander's out, but 7's too many. Bethel Thompson. Like I said, he had we played against BC 2 games ago, 192 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Also was okay against Hamilton, even though he threw 2 picks there. It wasn't great in that game, no doubt about it. I'll take Montreal here. I guess that's it for the morning steam. Really appreciate it, gang, on this short show. We still were able to cover an hour of sports betting action here. Hey, make sure you check us out over at winnable.com/Ramon and get my premium picks, my sports money premiums over there for today. Now, I don't think we're going to have anything on that early game. Probably just have one release today. But like I said, hey, anybody who subscribes, I think you guys know in the chat, I practically do double the subscription. If you subscribe like one day, I put 2 days on there. If you get the 3 day, I put 5 days on there. That's what I've been doing, just giving everyone a chance to subscribe and extending those. It's not about the money here a little bit. It's very inexpensive, but it all adds up and keeps me coming back here on the Sports Money Network. And you can subscribe to the plays over there. So please check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon. And let's do our drawing right now to see who can get a free subscription here to my plays, huh? If anybody wants them. Let me go to the back to the screen here a little bit and do the drawing. It's the drawing itself that we miss. I might need a new thing here, Mikey, to get rid of this thing at the bottom here. If we can get rid of the because we don't have a consensus parlay, but we're still going to do this contest because it was Mike's great idea. And now I love it. And now we can give away the subscription. So let's go to it right now and make a drawing here. There we go. And see who wins. Look, we got 29 of you entered. Here we go. Andrew K., Jerry, Robert, Flea, Terrell, Abel, AOD, Flea Mathis, Tony, Unfriendly, Laker Boy, Andrew K., and Robert McCormick, of course. Hey, I'll just extend Robert McCormick. I'm going to add a month to Robert's subscriptions in there. Thank you for everything, Robert. Really appreciate it. All right. He's our winner for today, and hopefully we'll all be winners today here. Appreciate everyone coming along for the ride here today, and we'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific for our Friday edition. I know it's a short show today, but we'll be back with Mikey here at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. He'll go over the 4 games at night, maybe the WNBA as well. And I'm expected to be over on the Nuke the House channel tonight. They always bring in the fill-in guy when there's only like 4 or 5 games to cover. I think that's what they do over there. So hopefully I'll be on tonight with them for some Thursday night action here on the Nuke the House channel. At least I'm scheduled over there anyway. So yeah, we're going to do the drawing again, Cash, and we're going to give away subscriptions. So, hey, you don't have to worry about subscribing here if you don't want to. You'll get some plays anyways from me, all right? Hey, thanks, everybody. Really cool show, and be back, like I said, tomorrow with more morning steam. That's all I got for you here. I don't know if there's much else we can cover today. The soccer is pretty light. I know we do have some UEFA Europa action today. I know some people are playing some of those games as well, trying to get into the Europa League action here today. So, all right, I think that's it. Be back tomorrow for the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Run for cover, that's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.